Hello everybody, welcome back to FL Powell & Sons Farming Diary. It's been a while since we last made a video and my godchildren Carter and Hallam have been badgering me to make some more. So here it is. This one is going to be on our little square baler that we've recently restored. Now this is my grandfather's baler. It's from the 1970s and it's an International 430 conventional small baler. Now there's a reason that it's been parked up for 25 years. So this back then had a big problem in that something had gone through it and damaged the knives and twisted quite a large part of the chamber. Now, probably back in October last year, my fiance's brother Joe very kindly helped me restore this baler back to working condition. We've been through it entirely. Now, although it's not the prettiest still, and cosmetically there's still quite a bit of work to do, mechanically it's been entirely gone through. Everything that needs to be replaced has been. So let me just show you roughly how this works. So basically this here is called the pickup. This picks up all of the hay. It has these tines that spin and pick up the row of either hay or straw that's in front of it. It then gets fed into the auger, and this lifts up and down depending on the sort of weight of the crop, and feeds it into here, which is the ram and knives. So you've got these two blue bits of metal here. This is the ram knife, and that one on the left is the stationary knife, and they work almost as scissors. So this one moves backwards and forwards and cutting the hay against the stationary knife. Now it's here that this baler had its fault all those years ago, where something went through, it closed and twisted everything. So we've had to do quite a bit of work in order to straighten everything out there. So the hay is fed through. In here is the ram. That's the ram arm there. This has had all new bushes, new chains, everything. And it gets fed through here. The ram pushes the hay along the chamber. The hay is also fed in using this, which is the fingers that pull the hay through in front of the ram. The ram pushes the hay down through here in wedges against the string in the previous bale. It in turn, as it's pushed through, it then pushes this cog round, of which then is lifting this measuring device. When that bit there gets up into here, it then engages the knotters. So the knotters are over here and are an incredibly intricate bit of machinery. So as the ram is back, it will then, once it's triggered, it will then push these needles down, which are carrying the ends of the string. These go up through, up into the knotters. The knotters both knot, there's two, 1 and 2. And the needles then drop back down out of the way, all before the ram is then traveling back down to push the next bit of hay through. So that all happens in a split second. So you'll get a bale up the chamber, the bales come out the back. So this is a 1970s machine. We used to use it as our main baler. We used to do about 5,000-6,000 bales a year. And then in the late 90s, early 2000s, we went over to round bales, which were just a little bit more practical. But we found that there's a big need still for small little conventional bales, especially when we're carving, for carving pens, for loose boxes. They still have their place. So I'm just going to put in a few clips now that my fiance's brother Joe has very kindly filmed for us using his drone of it working. I'm also going to put some clips in here of or some photos in of us restoring it. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.
So we've pulled the baler out here under its tarpaulin where it's been for 25 years. This was the issue that we had. Both knives had a big crack through them, which was causing it to break a shear bolt each time. Here the baler's being stripped down, ready for its restoration, and Joe's managed to reline the inside of the baler with some new metal. This was the first time that we managed to put some crop through the baler, so we've just pushed some of the straw bale through, and you can see it's taking it really well. This is the clutch plate, and you can see that it has actually worn down to the rivet, so this had to be replaced as well, along with a big end on the ram plunger. First time in the field now, and it's haymaking, so all help is needed. My fiance Laura there stood on top of the trailer, my brother Joe and my dad also helping lift the bales onto the trailer. Now on the test run in the field, the windrows were a little bit wide. We had the other tractor tied up with something else, so we ended up actually hand raking a few of the rows to get it narrow enough for the small baler.
So thank you very much for watching FL Powell & Sons Farming Diary, and I hope you enjoyed watching us get this baler back to working condition. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Joe for all his help, and also Chris Keith too. So catch us again, and we'll see you very soon.